Hello and welcome back, audience. My name is MassiveBrad and welcome back to my FIFA 20 Dortmund career mode. Now, before we get into today's episode, I just want to say a huge big thank you for love and support on the channel. And as always, guys, at the start of today's episode, we're quickly going to look at the games that lie ahead. Up first, we're taking on Mainz 05 at home in the Bundesliga to finish off the month of February. We then move into March. We're on the 3rd of March. We're taking on Hoffenheim away from home in the Bundesliga. And then for the final game in today's episode, we're back at home in the Bundesliga, taken on Wolfsburg. Now, at the end of the last episode, we touched up quickly on which two games we'd play and which one we would simulate. We decided we are going to play the game against Wolfsburg because they are currently third or second, I do believe, in the Bundesliga. We're also going to play Hoffenheim because they are above Mainz, which then, of course, leaves Mainz 05, which is the first game in today's episode, which is going to be simulated. Now, if I remember correctly, there wasn't too much between Mainz and Hoffenheim, and as you can see there, Hoffenheim in 9th position on 32 points, Mainz down in 10th, 1 place below them with only 6 points behind them on 26 points. Whereas if we take a look at Wolfsburg, who are up on 48 points in 3rd position, which is absolutely unbelievable. But in the last episode, we started moving up the pecking order. I said to you guys that each episode, I started saying we were in like 7th or 6th position, and I was saying, right, we're going to get into the top 4. We're going to get back into a Champions League spot. And the way the team's playing for me right now, the way that I'm playing, the way my managerial tactics aren't quite working, I've got to sort of go back to basics. In each episode, we just need to start making little steps before we can make the big steps. We've got to walk before we can run. So in today's episode, I'm going to aim to get into 5th position. I want to get ahead of Frankfurt. But to do that, it means we are going to have to try and win all 9 points out of 9 points up for grabs in today's episode. And we're going to have to hope that Frankfurt drop some points. Now, we are only 2 points behind Frankfurt, 3 points behind Bayer Leverkusen. If by the end of today's episode we are in to the top 4, it's a great start. And I felt like a little bit of a turnaround happened in the last episode. I'm hoping that we can do the same in today's episode. But for me, I just want to focus on trying to move above Frankfurt. And I honestly think the way that we played in the last episode, I think this episode could be the turning point where we go, you know what, we've got to throw all the ideas out. Anything we've done so far is in the past. We've got to rebuild, we've got to restart, and we've got to start moving back up the table. We managed that in the last episode, moving up from 7th to 6th. Let's try and move in today's episode from 6th to 5th. But before we simulate that first game against Mainz 05, we have, of course, got my favourite part of the videos, which is reading over the comments from the previous episode. Now, I've been so busy recording, doing other things in my personal life, I just haven't had a chance to reply to any of these comments. So if I read one of these comments out and you think, Brad, you haven't even replied to that comment yet, unfortunately, guys, I've just been so busy, I haven't got round to replying. And I also uploaded the video before this one, will have been, I would have thought, my Fantasy Premier League video. This year, season 20/21, I am doing Fantasy Premier League. Again, if you want to go and watch that video, what Fantasy Premier League is, it'll explain it a little bit. You pick a team of 15 Premier League teams. You can only have 3 players from each team. And you get points basically, it's on a score basis. And if you come and join the MassiveBrad League, the winner will receive a £20 Amazon gift card. It's free, you can sign up, you can play it, it's fun, you can tune in week in and week out and change your team and stuff. Definitely go and give it a watch if you haven't already, and definitely come and join if you've played in the past and would like to be part of it. But the first comment coming in from Panther saying, I'm almost done binge watching the Liverpool career mode and it's been a great career mode. Well, thank you very much, Panther. The Liverpool career mode was sublime. Great 2 seasons at Liverpool. Real good finish. Solid 2 seasons. Would have liked to have maybe won a little bit more, but it is what it is. More the fact you've commented that on the Dortmund career mode, so hopefully you're also binge watching the Dortmund career mode and you're enjoying what you've watched so far. Next comment coming in from 610 Ekberg. I hope I haven't just ruined your name. But he says, I just subscribed from Sweden, Brad. Well, welcome to the channel and thank you for letting me know where you're from. You are really entertaining career mode YouTuber. Well, thank you very much, Ekberg. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. And hello over there in Sweden. Next comment coming in from Charlie saying, brilliant episode, mate, and great to see you kicking on in the league. Unlucky in the game against Atletico, but hopefully that away goal can come in clutch for the return leg. Well, yeah, we're not going to be playing the second leg in today's episode, but I do believe in the next episode we are playing Atletico Madrid. Let me just check that. Yeah, Atletico Madrid there. We're unfortunate right now. We travelled away It's 2-1. We lost 2-1, but technically it's 2-2 because we have an away goal. Hopefully that away goal will come in crucial for us towards the end. So thank you very much for your comment, Charlie. And the last comment coming in from Justin Bolton with 4 flex arms. They are the only comments left as I am recording this video on the previous episode. Now we can get into the nitty gritty stuff, and it's of course the first simulated game against Mainz 05. You can now see the lineup we are putting out. Changed it up a little bit, a few rotated players in there. Got to try and keep the team nice and fit, and of course we've just recently brought in Dembele and Robert Lewandowski, who will be starring in the game up next. But we've gone with Paco Alcácer up top in the striker position, Gomez behind him in the central attack and midfield, Guerra, De Hood, Witsel and Havertz through the midfield, Schultummel, Soyuncu and Klosterman at the back, with Roman Berkey between the sticks. Unfortunately, this game is in the hands of the EA gods. All I can do is advance, let the players warm up and pray that we get a win. We do. We win 2-1. Not the cleanest cut of results. I would have liked to have won by 3 or 4 goals. 2-1 is calling it a little bit close, especially because it was Paco Alcácer who first got off to a scoring way, scoring in the 28th minute, giving us that 1-0 lead. Marco Reus then come on for Gomez in the 50th minute. Only 9 minutes later, in the 59th, Valverde has scored for Mainz 05, bringing it back to 1-1. But from kick-off and within a minute of Mainz scoring, Kai Havertz went and put one in the back of the net in the 60th minute, giving us the 2-1 lead. And of course, we then managed to grind out the rest of the game and get that very important 2-1 win. But most importantly, we start off today's episode with 3 points. And before I even go any further, I have just spotted down in the latest scores, ladies and gentlemen, Frankfurt, who we needed to drop points, dropped them. They lost 2-1 to FC Bayern Munich. Gnabry scoring in the 79th minute. It would have been great if Frankfurt could have held them off to a 1-1 draw, because then Bayern Munich dropped points, Frankfurt dropped points, and we just capitalised on it. Very happy that we get that 2-1 victory, and very happy also that Frankfurt dropped points. Now, hopefully this is my turn to make an impact. We seem to be winning the simulated games at the moment. It's the games where I'm physically controlling the players, where we're either drawing or mainly losing. And unfortunately, I've just struggled to be scoring those goals. And hopefully in today's episode, again, another thing that we can turn around. But great news from that first win over Mainz 05. We aimed in the last episode to move from 7th to 6th. We completed that. At the start of today's episode, I said I wanted to move from 6th to 5th. Thankfully, with Frankfurt losing to Bayern Munich and us beating Mainz 05, we've done just that. But we're not going to get too excited. We're not going to get too ahead of ourselves, because we've still got 2 massive games where we need 6 out of 6 points. We've got Hoffenheim up next away from home. And then we've got 3rd position of Wolfsburg, who are currently on 51 points. It is going to be very, very difficult, but we find ourselves in a great position, 1 point ahead right now of Werder Bremen, only 3 points behind Bayer Leverkusen, and only 3 points behind the Champions League spot. This is our time to turn up, because there is a chance here that Bayer Leverkusen, or as we like to call them in Season 1, Bayer never losing, because they simply never lost a game. This is our chance to capitalise and hope that they drop 3 points in today's episode, which would put us in a great position of moving back up to a Champions League spot. I don't think now catching Bayern Munich is possible. I think, yes, we could maximise the points that we get. Do I feel that Bayern Munich are going to lose? Because it's great saying there's 15, let's just say, for example, 15 points between us. Can we get those 15 points as Dortmund? Yes, I believe we can. But we've got to ask, are Bayern Munich going to lose so many games where they drop 15 points? And the answer to that, in my personal opinion, is no. Bayern Munich are on fire. And I believe, unfortunately, even though I'm the Dortmund manager and I shouldn't have said this, I'm a realist. I think Bayern Munich are going to go on in this season to win the Bundesliga. So what we have to do is just keep focusing, keep fighting in the Bundesliga. Don't give up. But I think we have to turn our chances and look at the Champions League and look at the DFB Pokal and potentially look at winning both of them over winning the Bundesliga, because unfortunately I think we've let the gas go too quick and Bayern Munich have just put their foot to the floor and steamed ahead. But you can now see the lineup we are putting out against Hoffenheim. We've gone with Robert Lewandowski up top in the striker position. Behind him we've got Kai Havertz in the central attack and midfield. Dembele, Delaney, Witsel and Sancho through the midfield. Schulze, Kanji, Zagadou and Dumfries at the back, with Roman Berkey between the sticks. Let's get into this game against Hoffenheim and let's focus on getting a win and bagging those very important 3 points. Come on lads, we've got this. Come on. This is the turning point in my manager career at Dortmund. And the turning point for the fans. And these guys are home. Oh, they've got Alonso from Chelsea. They've got Aki. They've got Milner. They've got Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. It looks like Hoffenheim went and raided the Premier League. There he is, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. There's James Milner there and Nathan Aki. But it is going to be Hoffenheim to get us kicked off in his first half period. Come on, Schultz. Ball into middle. Let's deal with it. It's going to come back to Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. It's through to Rodrigo. It's 1-0. So offside? No, it's counting. 1-0 Hoffenheim. What a killer. What a killer. I thought he had skewed it well wide. It's a great ball into Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, who just slides it into Rodrigo, who just smashes it near post. Berkey should do a lot better from there. And we are unfortunately at 1-0 down into Hoffenheim. Oh, it seems like it's the same story every single episode. Schultz on the inside now to Lewandowski, lays it off now to Kai Havertz! 1-1! Come on, lads, come on. This is what we need. We need some fire. We need everyone to dig deep and we need to push on here straight away. We've capitalised. They were still celebrating from going 1-0 up against Dortmund. And we made sure we punished them as they were still celebrating. Kai Havertz gets his 6th goal in the Bundesliga. I do believe, though, that is his first, potentially, maybe his 2nd for Dortmund. I think he did score a few for Bayer Leverkusen before we did Bayern. But it's back level terms, ladies and gentlemen. There's a Kanji. Kanji lays one over. That's a terrible pass in the end! Hoffenheim squeezed me there. I was on the ball. I got backed up. I tried to get it over to Zagadou. It didn't happen. It was a poor pass from Akanji. The ball gets played through to James Milner, who puts a rocket at the near post. Roman Berkey tends to keep getting beat at the near post. It's just not good enough. And we are back behind 2-1. Havertz through there now to Witzel. Witzel going to put it in behind now for Robert Lewandowski, who's going to hit it. Oh, it's Robert Lewandowski's first goal with me controlling him. Unbelievable. I have waited so long for that man to score. I've needed him to get a goal under me. He scored in a simulated game. He hasn't scored with me controlling him. A great ball in. It's on his left foot and he just lets fly and buries it in the top right corner. That's what we need to be doing with Robert Lewandowski. Getting the ball into his feet on the edge of the box and just letting him smash it. Because I honestly think 9 out of 10 times he'll put a rocket into the roof there. And he does just that in the 36th minute. And we've pulled it back for the 2nd time to level terms. Robert Lewandowski first time. Robert Lewandowski on that right foot. Looks to ping one. Oh, it's just wide a goal. I'm starting to feel what I need to do with Robert Lewandowski. I haven't really looked into what I need to do with Dembele, whether it's cutting in, shooting on his left foot. I'm not sure. But I'm starting to get the gist with Robert Lewandowski. Get him on the edge of the box and just let him put his laces through it. And it looks like it's working. Let's move. Ball down now to Lewandowski. Pings one over the top for Kai Havertz. It's a great save from the keeper. What a save from Kobel. We should be 3-2 up there. Havertz leaping like a fresh salmon out of water. And the keeper pulls up an incredible save. Can we score a goal right before half-time? Ball in. Robert Lewandowski in the right place. It's hit out to Delaney. Delaney brings it down to Dumfries, who looks to turn his man. He's going to have the ball taken off him from Marcus Alonso. And the referee is now going to blow the half-time whistle. We have been down twice. We went 1-0 down, we pulled it back to 1-1. We went 2-1 down, we pulled it back to 2-2. This second half, we need to look at pushing out. We need to push on, we need to dig deep, and we need to put this game beyond doubt. I want this to end 4-2 as Robert Lewandowski does look to kick us off in this second half period. Lewandowski, Havertz, out wide now to Sanchez. His beautiful football is Sancho on the inside now to Havertz. He's going to try and turn his man. We're now going to go to Robert Lewandowski, who drops that shoulder, does the defender, and puts it into the roof of the net. It's 3-2. Oh, feels like a whole new team that I am controlling right now. What an incredible team effort there. We picked the ball up few little passes, get it into Havertz, into Robert Lewandowski, who drops the shoulder, does the defender, does Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, and manages to push it out wide, and then bury it this time in the top left corner, not the top right. It's a beautiful goal from Robert Lewandowski. Just pick the passes out here, lads. Here's Witsel. Through now to Robert Lewandowski. Through now to Kai Havertz. On the better side of the defender. Kai Havertz looks to putting his laces through it. And it's a great block from the defender. And stops it potentially going 4-2. They are putting their bodies on the line now, ladies and gentlemen. They'll try and feed that ball in right ahead. And Marlon, if we can get there, unfortunately, we're not going to. As the ball does go back to the keeper. Come on, Sancho, keep going. Let's see this game out, lads. Come on. His bitten claw now coming forward. The referee's going to blow that full-time whistle. And we have battled and fought to beat Hoffenheim 3-2. What an incredible, incredible comeback. 1-0 down, we get it back to 1-1. 2-1 down, we get it back to 2-2. And in the second half, we dig deep, we fight, we roar like lions, and we pull it to 3-2 and comfortably see out the game. What an incredible game. This is the impact I need from my players. Very consistent from Hoffenheim. 5 shots, 5 on target. We had 11 shots, 9 on target. So very consistent as well from us. As you guys well and truly know, I always say half the shots plus 1. As long as I've got that many shots or more on target, I'm very happy. 11, half of 11 is 5.5. Plus 1 is about 6.5. So 6.5, 7 shots. I would have been happy with. We managed 9, so I'm absolutely over the moon. Robert Lewandowski picks up man of the match with a 9.6 rating, and we've just beat TSG Hoffenheim 3-2 and bagged those 3 important points. We continue, and I hope it continues throughout the rest of today's episode when we take on Wolfsburg up next, where we keep bagging the points. So we just managed to do the unthinkable, something that we've struggled to do in recent times, and that's go 1-0 down and be able to pull it back, or go 1-0 down and even be able to get the win. We just managed to go 1-0 down to Hoffenheim, pull it back to 1-1, then go 2-1 down, still manage to pull it back to 2-2, but then not only pull it back to level terms, we push on and get the 3-2 victory over Hoffenheim. That's something that we've struggled with over the last probably 10, 12 episodes in Season 2 at Dortmund. This is the way it's been. We go 1-0 down and we're constantly on the back foot and struggling to get back into our groove. This is the first episode I felt like every single player on the pitch is digging deep, is showing heart, is roaring like a lion, and is showing me that they want to win and they want to win big. And I'm hoping as we now look to get into this final game against Wolfsburg at home in the Bundesliga in today's episode, that we can do exactly the same and hopefully get the win over Wolfsburg. Hopefully this time round though, we're not put on the back foot and we can be on the stronger foot and take the 1-0 lead instead of being 1-0 down. But you can see the lineup we have put out is Paco Alcácer up top in the striker position. Behind him we got the captain Marco Reus in the central attacking midfield. Guerrero, Weigl, Abadi and Hazard through the midfield. Hakimi, Hummels, Söyüncü and Klosterman at the back with Roman Berkey between the sticks. Wolfsburg are currently third. I do believe though they may have just moved into second, but I don't know if it's because second position hadn't played their current game. But regardless, Wolfsburg are second or third. If we could get the 3 points here, this would be huge. Come on, Dortmund. Look at that yellow wall. We've proven so far this episode that we are willing to fight till the very end. We have proven that. We need to continue to prove it from now till the end of Season 2, when I hang up my black and yellow tie, as Paco Alcácer is the man to get us kicked off in this first half period. Going through there now to Marco Reus onto that right foot, and it's over the bar. It's a good start for us. Normally Marco Reus rockets them in the top corner. This time, couldn't keep the ball down and unfortunately puts it over the bar. In a dangerous area, can Marco Reus sort us out here? It would be nice if you could stick this one in the back of the net. Let's go for it. We're going to go for a little knuckleball here. Little knuckleball from Marco Reus. Oh, it's off the crossbar. Come on, Klosterman. Ball now coming in. Let's get there. No! And Weghorst nearly makes it 1-0 for Wolfsburg. Come on, lads, we switched off there at the back. Through to Marco Reus, going to feed that in now for Guerrero. Takes a bit of a bobble there. Here's Guerrero, still going on the inside now. And his body, open up that body. And his body, it's 1-0. Enes Bardi doing what Enes Bardi does best. You get it onto that stronger right foot, open up that body. And as we look at them celebrating in front of the cameras, we got Hazard, Alcacer, Royce, and the goal scorer, Enes Bardi. Look at this. Onto his right foot, lets it roll, opens that body, and just whips it into that top right corner. It's a beautiful goal, and we have now taken the stronger foot 1-0. It's Konate, slide in there, we missed them. We're going to move now, though. And they're going to be in serious trouble here, in behind, and look at this. It's going to be 3-on-1. Here's Guerrero, it should definitely be 2-0 as we look for Marco Reus! It's 2-0, and we are fighting for every single point. A beautiful bit of counter-attacking football. I do believe it's Kanati that's playing it right back for them. He caught himself well out of position. And it took one ball through to Rafael Guerrero, who then just side-foots it over to Marco Reus. And he just side-foots that one past the keeper. Paco Alcacer jumping out of the way of that ball. And we have taken the lead and doubled it. It's 2-0. And this is what I have missed seeing. Up the line now to Marco Reus. Got Paco Alcacer. One to split through the middle. Paco Alcacer, it's a great strike. But an even better save from Castells. What a save. That should be in the back of the net. Beautiful ball from Marco Reus. Strong strike there from Paco Alcacer. A great save. Put it back, Klosterman. Good lad. Here comes Klosterman. Edge of the box to Torgan Hazard, who's going to put his laces. Julian Fiegel looks to hit it, and he has spoofed it over the bar. What a cracking first half. Honestly, I thought that whistle should have been the end of the game, if I'm honest. We've absolutely dominated. Really solid performance from the lads in the yellow kit tonight. I'm hoping in the second half we can continue to push on and try and make it 4-0. As long as we can score some more and keep clean sheets, I'll be happy. Careful on the overlap. Gini puts the ball in. Kevin Volland's there. Puts it across to Poulsen. Back to Volland. Going to slide in. It's a great save from Berkey to keep us, or keep a clean sheet. Go over there now to Enes Bardi, who's now going to start coming forward. Enes Bardi still coming forward. Paco Alcacer. Over now to Enes Bardi. Here comes Enes Bardi. Great position. Looking for Marco Reus at the back post. Oh, it's in. I was hesitant then. I thought Toprak was going to clear off the line. The ex-Dortmund man has fluffed his lines there. He's let it go in. It's 3-0. We, of course, sold Toprak to Wolfsburg in Season 1. And he's literally let his team down massively there. He's got a chance to clear it off the line. Marco Reus is there. Oh, he misses it. He misses it, whether it was already over the line by the time he's kicking it. Let's see. Oh, it's so close if he's a bit quicker. But I think regardless of what he's done there, it was always going in the back of the net as Marco Reus scores a brace and gives us our 3-0 lead in the 62nd minute. Move, that's it. This is beautiful football. Alcacer through now to Marco Reus. This is dangerous. Alcacer, Marco Reus for his hat-trick! Oh, it feels so good to be back. It feels so good to be back. And don't get me wrong, I've loved it, the fact, I haven't loved it, but I enjoy the fact that the last 10 episodes we've struggled, we've had losses, we've had draws, we've been knocked out of competitions. It's been a challenge, it's been a struggle. It's not been an easy path in Season 2 of Dortmund. Season 1 wasn't, but Season 2 has been a lot, and I mean a lot more difficult. But this is why I love career mode. I love a challenge. And when we're down, I'll always try and pick us back up. Paco Alcacer. Out now to Klosterman. Klosterman towards Reus. At the back post. It's the same type of goal again. Just this time, Toprak isn't on the line. It's 5-0. 5 of the goddamn best. We are back, baby. Klosterman with a beautiful ball. Toprak left Marco Reus. Too much space. Too much time. And Marco Reus leaps like a cat and heads it into the roof of the net. Castells had no chance. Win this ball back, we can still get one more goal out of this. I honestly think there's 6 here calling for us. That's a great ball through. Play it now, play it up the line. Here we go. Now we'll move. Now we'll move. Come on, Hazard. Play through there now to Paco. Paco through on goal. Paco Alcacer! 6-0! This is what the Dortmund fans deserve. This is what you guys deserve. Wow. He's still got a lot to do there. He has to control it nicely, which he does with his left. On the volley with his right. Back of the net. 6-0. And there we go.
And there it is, the final whistle.
What a game.
In the final analysis, a really
Marco Reus, 8 attempts, 4 in the back of the net. Match ball. Fully deserved. He scored 2 of them at the back post, getting his head to it. The Wolfsburg player's gone for an overhead kick. It's too much. He's just got to clear that ball out. He doesn't, and we make sure we capitalise on it. What a game. 6-0. 6 goals, 3 points, and a clean sheet. 15 shots, 10 on target compared to Wolfsburg. 5 shots, 2 on target. Marco Reus picks up man of the match with a 10.0 rating. And what an episode this has been, ladies and gentlemen. Right, guys, and here we are back at the Central for the final time in today's episode. And what an episode it has been. We start off with a 2-1 victory over Mainz 05 in the simulated game. We then go 1-0 down to Hoffenheim, pull it back to 1-1, go 2-1 down to Hoffenheim, pull it back to 2-2, and then in the second half, dig deep, see it out, and manage to beat Hoffenheim 3-2. And then we managed to pull off the unthinkable, a 6-0 victory over Wolfsburg. Guys, when was the last time we scored more than 3 goals in a game? When was the last time we kept a clean sheet? When was the last time we played football like we have in the last episode and this episode? It's been a very, very long time. But I am hopeful now that moving forwards, this team is on track to go out there and win the Champions League, win the DFB Pokal, and at least finish in the top 4 of the Bundesliga. I think now if we take a look at the standings, we look at the Bundesliga table, it's going to be very difficult because Bayern aren't going to drop points. We are currently 17 points behind them. That would mean that we need to increase by 17 points and Bayern need to decrease by 17 points. I just personally don't think it's going to happen. It would mean that Bayern would have to lose 6 on the bounce. We would have to win 6 on the bounce. Sorry, they'd have to lose 6 on the bounce. We'd have to win 6 on the bounce. But so would RB Leipzig and Leverkusen and Wolfsburg. Everyone above us would have to lose 6 or 7 games consecutive and we would have to win all those games. And unfortunately, it's probably not going to happen. I would like to hope that we can close the gap. I think the fact between us right now in 5th position and 2nd position, RB Leipzig, there's only 4 points in it. So I would say that what we're doing right now is working well. The last episode, we were 7th. We said, let's end it in 6th. At the start of today's episode, I said, right, we're 6th. Let's end it in 5th. We've done just that. We've put a little bit of a gap between us and Frankfurt so we can breathe a little bit. There's 4 points there. There's now only 2 points between us and 4th position Wolfsburg, who we just battered 6-0. There's only 3 points between us and 3rd place Bayer Leverkusen. And there's only 4 points between us and RB Leipzig in 2nd. So I am confident if we continue like we have in today's episode, over the next 2 or 3 episodes, we should move into that top 4 and start conquering and climbing back and hopefully try our best to close that gap between us and Bayern Munich. I personally don't think there's enough games left in the season for us to catch Bayern Munich and actually overtake them and go on to win the Bundesliga. But we will certainly play our hearts out. We will dig deep and we will fight to the last kick of the season. But before we end today's episode, let's head over to the calendar and see what we've got in store for the next episode. We take on Hertha BSC away from home in the first game in the Bundesliga. We then have the second leg against Atletico Madrid in the UEFA Champions League. This time they're coming from Spain to Germany. We're at home for that one. We currently have 1 away goal. They have 2 goals at home, so it's 2-1. If we can make sure they don't score and we can just make it 1 or 2-0, or if we can batter them like we did against Wolfsburg, we should guarantee ourselves a place in the next stages of the Champions League. And then we take on a Borussia Mönchengladbach away from home, also in the Bundesliga. So, of course, firstly, we need to be playing the game against Atletico Madrid. Between Borussia Mönchengladbach and Hertha BSC, I think it's best that we take a little look at the standings. I think it's Hertha BSC that are actually higher than Borussia Mönchengladbach. No, they're pretty similar. Hertha BSC in 10th, Borussia Mönchengladbach in 11th. There's only a point between them. The only difference that I see is massive is Borussia Mönchengladbach have had 44 goals put past them, whereas Hertha BSC have only had 34. So Borussia Mönchengladbach have had 10 more goals in the back of their net than Hertha. So I think that pretty much sums it up. It makes me think that if we simulate the game against Borussia Mönchengladbach, we should score goals. We should put that game to bed. So we're going to play the game against Hertha BSC. We're then going to play the game against Atletico Madrid. And then we'll simulate the final game of the next episode against Borussia Mönchengladbach. And lo and behold, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think we've got that long left of the Dortmund cream mode. So that's going to be the next episode. Then we've got Leverkusen, Dusseldorf and Frankfurt for another one. So that's 2 episodes. Wolfsburg and the DFB Pokal, RB Leipzig and Stuttgart for a 3rd episode. And then we've got Freiburg and Bayern Munich at the end of the season for a 4th episode. Now, of course, it depends how far we go in the DFB Pokal because we are in the semi-finals. So we'll have the semi-finals, then the finals. There's another game there. It also depends how far we go in the Champions League. Obviously, we're only in the round of 16 now. Then we're going to go to the quarterfinals where there's 2 legs. So that's another 2 games. The semi-finals is 2 legs. Then the final. So I'm going to say it's probably another 6 episodes after this one until we end the Dortmund career mode. It'd be great if we could go out with a bang, try and get as high as we can in the Bundesliga, but most importantly, try and now win the Champions League and the DFB Pokal. If we could do that, I would be a very, very happy man as I hang up my black and yellow tie at the end of Season 2. But that is going to do it for today's episode, guys. If you have enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. Don't forget to drop your comments down below. If you're new around here, click that subscribe button. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. And I've been MassiveBrad. Peace out.